So, there's an interesting article on the Financial Times that may explain why the price of Bitcoin went up over the last sort of 12 hours or so, from 15 grand to 16 and a bit. I think it went up to about 16 and a half at some point during the day. And it is basically... seems to be the Japanese that are doing it. So there's an article here being interviewed by Yuzo Kano, who's the chief executive of Bitflyer, who's interviewed with the FT, and he has got a Tokyo-based exchange called, I think it's Bitfly. Fucking where is it? Bollocks. Bitflyer. Yeah, Bitflyer. Basically, it's a massive exchange out there, huge liquidity, capable, he says, of sort of dealing with, you know, even the massive price fluctuations that we've been having with Bitcoin. And he definitely reckons that Japan is pulling the price up. So if that continues to happen, then we are going to see sort of more movements potentially going northwards. Which would be good for those of us who've already got a bit of skin in the game. Not so good maybe for those who are waiting for fucking Coinbase to get their shit together so that people can get registered on there and actually start trading. I realise there's a few people in this group who are having that issue. The other thing that seems to be driving the price northwards is that people are leveraging quite heavily into this. So they are they're buying in with up to 15 times their cash deposit. Again, this seems to be mainly a Japanese thing, but it wouldn't surprise me if this is starting to happen in other places too. I know there's a lot of people that are buying in with sort of borrowed money anyway. There's people that if you type in Bitcoin apparently into Google, like the third result that comes up is like how to buy Bitcoin with a credit card. Fucktards, man. Seriously, like, you know, don't lose money. Don't invest money you can't afford to lose. Idiots. Fucking getting a credit card out and putting Bitcoin on it. Twat wanks. You will lose everything and you deserve it. Fucking numpties. Right, but for the rest of us, but you know, leveraging is a thing and yada yadas. And so, you know, if you're able to lose the money and pay back your credit cards, then fine. If you're going to have to sell a child to fucking pay back the, you know, Visa people, then probably don't bother. However, you know, there's been fluctuations up and down since the first futures market hit. There was some market manipulation, I'm sure of it, which pushed the price up to 17k and then down to 13 just before the markets opened on Sunday night. I suspect we might see some more shenanigans going on before the next one happens on fucking whenever it is, the 18th, I think. So look out for that. Just be aware of it, that, you know, we might be having a bit of a pump and dump happening right now, which means that the price is going up. If you've got some skin in the game and you want to short trade it a little bit, then maybe you can consider selling out. Well, whatever, you know, don't take my advice. It's not financial advice as always. But that's one strategy you could consider. The other strategy you could consider is if the then goes down again like we saw just before the last one opened, maybe that would be a buying point. I got a couple of K extra put in when it went down to 15. I kicked myself because it then went down to 13 and I was out and about and I didn't put any more money in, and I should have put a fuckload more in at 14 or 13 and I'd have done even better. Never mind, I'm doing all right on that extra 2 grand that I put in yesterday. I'm already up about 100 quid on that, so I'm okay with that, you know. And generally overall, I'm doing okay. So the strategy of buying low, or at least it's all relative in Bitcoin, isn't it? Low, but at least lower than the fucking highest highs. When it starts to go down the other side, don't do what the idiots are doing. Don't buy, you know, when it's at an all-time high. You know, that being said, fucking, you know, it's a weird one. Like, you know, even there's a lot of times, you know, you could have bought in last week, like when it was at like 14 grand, it was an all-time high, you'd have done okay. 15 grand, you'd have done okay. 16 grand, you'd have done okay. Even 17 grand, it tipped to 17 grand, you know, and so you'd be down a little bit if you'd bought in then, of course, but it's going to probably go up, you know, and so by Christmas, if we're looking at maybe 20, 25, which we could. I mean, we could not, obviously, like that's the way it goes. But, you know, it's conceivable, definitely, that we could hit 20 before the end of the year. And if that's the case, then buying at 17 is not a terrible idea, is it? But anyway, this isn't financial advice. These are just mullings over of some theories and strategies that I've been toying over in my head. And I'll let you know what I do as always. And then I can be the canary down the mine. So if I go skint, then you can just ignore whatever it is that I have done. And let's hope in the meantime that Coinbase pull their finger out. Watch that video, by the way, that I put on the group chat about from the CEO of Coinbase. He was sort of talking about it seems to be taking the problem seriously and wants to get it sorted quickly. So fingers crossed with that one. All right, people, talk to you later.